What's the longest period of time that you have gone without visiting a dental office? For me, it's been almost 25 years. The last time I visited a dental office was in the military when I was going through the process of leaving in October of 99. So maybe August, September time frame. In 1999 was the last time. They just had to check me out to avoid any claims later. They had to see what condition I'm in when I left. And that was the last time I visited a dentist. I haven't really felt the need to. Even after this chip broke off a few years ago, I didn't really care to talk to the dentist about that or get a replacement chip. I think the chip is fine. Off and on, I've had tooth pains. Back in about 2015, I was really experiencing, and even before that, I was experiencing tooth pains that were getting to the point where I was getting extremely frustrated. Like something really needed to change. I was getting some relief from this tooth pain by just simply putting magnets on my cheek, but the magnets aren't the only solution. They just give a temporary relief from the pain. I didn't turn to any drugs or anything, Tylenol, and it was an overall pain. But most often I'd get pain in between the two back teeth, okay, in the upper left-hand section of my mouth. But I've fixed that, and it's just a nutritional fix, pretty much. Just I've learned that potatoes, not potato flakes, because I went through a period of just eating only potato flakes, and then the tooth pain came back. You got to cook raw potatoes. You got to cook them. Green beans and grass tea. There's something in those whole foods that seem to keep the pain away. I haven't had pain in months. It was coming on pretty strong at times. Eating like dates. Sometimes when I was on a honey addiction and I didn't really eat potatoes, I was sort of getting some pain in my teeth. But yeah, that's been it for just general pain. I get a lot of food stuck in my mouth, especially like if I eat peanuts. And the biggest problem is I had a period of time where I was eating popcorn, and I didn't want the seeds to go to waste, so I was chewing on the seeds, and then I broke molars in the lower right. And food gets stuck in there all the time. It's very frustrating. I always got to keep a sewing needle with me, the most heavy-duty sewing needle. And I sew with these too, so it's got multiple uses. I haven't brushed my teeth in years. I rarely brush my teeth, maybe once a year, if that. In them 25 years since I got out of the military, I haven't lost any teeth, but I mean, I guess I'm still too young to really have that. I've heard of people losing their teeth more in their 50s, not their 40s. But after every meal, I pick my teeth with this sewing needle. It's dangerous a little bit because these sewing needles can break and they're tiny, so they can get stuck. They can, you can drop them accidentally. I have a habit of just wanting to focus on getting in between the teeth after eating something that gets gummy in my teeth. Right after the meal, I'm picking it out. I'm scraping it out. If I can't get it out with my tongue, I just pick at it. And I like to think that just picking the teeth right after the meal, not with a wooden toothpick, but with just a little piece of metal, really is good. And I like this sewing needle more than I do the pin needles. These things are too small, and I don't think the camera can pick up the thickness. There's a certain size needle that you want, and these thick sewing needles, not the thin sewing needles, the ones that are heavy duty use, are the perfect size for me for picking my teeth. So I still don't believe that I need to talk to a dentist about anything. I'm confident in my tooth care up to this point. I'm confident with my habits that I can go forward still years into the future with the type of dental care I'm taking, because I believe that the my nutrition is covered to prevent the tooth pains, and unless if I have a traumatic injury, I don't see any reason to talk to a dentist. Yeah, my teeth are a little stained. They're a little brown, but that can be cleaned off. It's just a stain. But I don't find it as so important to clean the stains. Anyway, I'm not trying to impress anybody. But they haven't turned black. They're just a little stained. All this plaque and whatever concerns people, I don't feel like I have any problems. My mouth seems to be okay. You know, there's a whole profession about, with the dentists, they just focus on the mouth, fixing people's mouths. But I feel like my mouth is taking care of its own with a lot with my diet choices. So, I mean, and I drink honey like it's water. So that's just a sugar that satisfies me, but it doesn't seem to really tear up my teeth. And then I kind of fix it with those three choices. I mean, there's grass just over here. If I had tooth pain and I didn't have money for potatoes or green beans, yeah, I'd just have some grass tea. There's just something in the nutrients of that's really help. I don't think it's just calcium. And I consume milk, and I've been alternating a half gallon of milk with the grass milk. So I'm paying for the higher priced milk every other day, and then yogurt every other day. So it's one day milk, next day yogurt, one day milk, next day yogurt. Just back and forth, almost every day pretty much with dairy. But I don't know how much dairy affects my teeth. I don't know how positive it is. It's just a filler, stomach filler, and helps me consume grains, all various types of grains. And I have mostly a grain-based diet with animal meats and eggs as well, but I think it's mostly a heavy grain-based diet. Every so often potatoes. I usually focus cooking potatoes with steak. It's when I have steak, I'll have my potatoes maybe once or twice a week. But I'm happy with where my teeth are, and I don't know how a dentist could improve my situation. That early on, maybe if there was a dentist who knew about potatoes preventing tooth pains early on in my adventures in the 25 years, if I could have learned that sooner, that would have been nice. I probably figured it out halfway, about 12 years ago, 15 years ago. I figured out that potatoes do something positive for my teeth, taking away that pain. Green beans do that too. It just took time. I was off and on. And I believe it'll help anybody, because it's the same nutrition, and we process that same nutrition very similarly. So it's my recommendation. If you have tooth pain, you could get the immediate relief with magnets, and then long-term relief nutritionally with potatoes and green beans or grass. So we'll see what the future brings for mouth care, but right now I'm just saying I'm kind of giving a short of 25-year report, because actual 25 years will be more like September, but I'll do it now while I got the time. So that's my report.